Thank you. You guys sound fantastic, by the way. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. If you're new with us today, we invite you to pick up a welcome packet at the back of the center wall. And if you would like a tour of the grounds, we have beautiful grounds back there, and we would love to give you a tour. So we're opening with the song by the 360 band, but since one is missing today, it's a 240 band.
240 band.
Thank you.
Michael couldn't be with us today. He's with family, and there should be words because it's Amazing Grace, and we want you to sing with us. There they are.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a soul like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my very need. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, I have already come. This grace that brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. And live in here 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun. Leave no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a soul like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was so beautiful. I am Christy Carr, and I'm the practitioner of the day. I want to welcome you to the center where okay guys, here we go. Inspire and empower people to live spiritually fulfilling lives. Thank you. So let's all turn to the camera right now and wave as we invite the children forward. I would like to thank all the people in service today that made this service possible. Also, if you need prayer service after the service, we will be here, the practitioners, Mary and I, by the bell after service. Please silence your cell phone as I get the announcements ready. So we're going to have a class, Spiritual Principles and Practices. This is a Science of Mind class with Joe Hahn, RSCP. It starts Tuesday, April 8th from 5:30 to 8. Through this course, which offers spiritual practices and their methods that you can begin using right now, you will begin to see results and changes in your life. Also this week, we have Caregiver Support Group with Reverend Dr. Mary Mitchell, Thursday, April 10th, from 10 to 12, 10 a.m. to 12. This is a monthly support group meeting, so come when you can, get to know others and how they handle most challenging situations while striving to be centered and compassionate caregivers. Also, next Saturday, I will be inviting the Pride group in again, social peer group, Saturday, April 12th from 5 to 8 p.m. in this group that joins together in love and acceptance for everyone. This is a safe place to be yourself and have a voice. And the Essence of Earnest Home is starting with Reverend Dr. Mary Mitchell, starting Tuesday, April 15th from 12:30 to 3:30. The student will feast on earnest, quiet, devotional writings, as well as his impassioned chalk-in-hand teaching to future leaders. Home's natural ability helps people see past their problems into the heart and their eternal being. So I'd like to invite Don up to do the reading, and then we'll invite the bell 3 times. Anybody have a birthday in April? We'd like you to raise your hand. Oh, we got a few. We got a few. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Now I'd like to invite Dawn up to do the reading. Then we'll have the bell 3 times. I'll give a treatment, and then Sue will come up for her talk.
Good morning. This morning's readings, one comes from Ernest Holmes from The Science of Mind, and another a short story. So from Ernest Holmes, he says, "Suppose someone says, 'I have made a lot of mistakes in my life. I had opportunities I did not grasp.' Every man has this feeling at some time in his life. This is a direct belief that there is but one opportunity which comes to man, and if he does not take it, he will have no more. This is a belief in limited opportunities, and it must be denied completely and specifically. It is not that we have made no mistake, but if the belief is in the necessity of mistakes, stays in the consciousness, then there is bound to be repetition. It is scientific practice to declare that there have been no mistakes in man's consciousness, that if there have been, they are now wiped out. There is none but the divine plan, and there is no plan for man other than the divine plan." 2 grains were laying side by side on fertile soil. The first grain said, "I want to grow up. I want to put roots deep down into the soil and sprout from the ground. I dream of blossoming in delicate buds and proclaiming the coming of spring. I want to feel the warm rays of sun and the dewdrops on my petals. This grain fulfilled its calling and grew up and became a beautiful flower. The second grain said, I am afraid. If I put down my roots into the ground, I don't know what they will face there. If I grow tender stems, then they can be damaged by wind, and if I grow flowers, they may be disrupted. So I'll wait for a safer time. And thus the second grain waited until a chicken passed by and pecked it up.
Let's get comfortable in our seats. And if you're comfortable, please close your eyes or lower your gaze and join with me in knowing that surrounding all of us is a beautiful energy of love, a divine presence that runs through everything, the rocks, the trees, the rivers, us, and it runs through us. It runs everywhere around us. It is in us, and we are grateful. So I know today that as Sue talks, we listen, we open, and spirit comes to life, making this beautiful energy tingling through our body. We know that there's a heat and an energy and a love, and it is there for us to pick up and learn and use however we wish. We hit the message today. We get what we need out of it. It brings us light, and that light shines throughout the world. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for all of this knowing. I'm grateful for all of you, and I'm grateful for this service. I release this into the ethers, knowing it to be true right now. And so it is. Reverend Sue?
Good morning. Before I get your undivided attention with my amazing talk, I wanted to remind you that this month is the month that you fill out your grants. Oh. Yeah. And I see if they're questioning what I'm talking about. But Nadine's letting us know. These are the grant requests that we, from our endowment fund, we earned so much, and we take that sacred, good money and give it back to the center in project form. So if you have an idea, and I know Chad came up with some things to refurbish our sidewalks, there's been things about signage, there's all kinds of ideas. And if you've been wondering, wonder if the center would look better if we only. So that's what, Don has these in the back, and they're a grant request. So I just wanted to plug that because they're all due by May 1st. And there's a little legwork on your end to find out how much it would cost. So just want to make sure I highlighted that. And now we're going to jump into the topic for today. And it's this month is looking at enriching the soil of our consciousness. So I'm just curious of those that were here last week, if any of your seeds are growing yet. That I know. The last week, Johan gave us all a bean and little soil cups to plant them in. And darn it, I know better than this, but darn if I didn't push the soil a little bit away on Charlie's. Not mine. I'm leaving mine alone, but Charlie's had something suspicious going on, so I thought that's what they tell you not to do, right? So I'm just going to have to kind of switch the cups. So it looks like I didn't mess with his planted seed idea. But that's, I thought that was a great lead-in. And if you didn't, or maybe you did get the bean and you forgot to water it all week. Oh, no. I shouldn't have asked. There's still hope. There's still hope. Yeah, that was a really fun process. So I'm going to leap off of some of the wisdom that she said last week. And that's why the little message about the 2 seeds, the 2 little grains, I thought that was such a clever story, because you've got the message of Ernest Holmes talking with all his words and wisdom about the soil of our consciousness and the ideas, and go out there, plant the greatest idea of yourself. And that's what that first grain did. And the second one was sort of like, at times we're in that worry place. I'm not going to be good enough. Nothing's going to go my way. And then something just snatches us right up, right? So it's a great lead in. Thank you, Dawn, for sharing it. The whole foundation of our philosophy by Ernest Holmes is always turning us back to recognize how essential it is to cultivate our soil, the soil of our consciousness, not only for our own personal growth, but more importantly, for our spiritual growth, for our spiritual understandings. And our full potential, think about this, our full potential lies in our DNA. Did you ever think about that? Did you give it enough thought? Because it's an amazing idea. And it blends this idea of the spirituality with science and with this greater understanding. Why people say that your purpose is within you. You already know what it is. It's planted within you. I'm going to speak more on that, because when we grasp the understanding that within our DNA is a code, is an understanding, is our purpose, longing to be expressed, if we're not looking within for that, there's times in our life we're just floundering, right? We're just showing up and hoping somebody else will tell us what to do. But how much healing would be revealed if in this moment we decided this day, this moment, to absolutely pivot from complete habit living and instead become so deeply still, so silent to observe just what is. Now, if you might not notice it, but I notice it in a really huge way, because he fills my life, and that's Charlie. He's not here. He's on a healing touch workshop that's been 4 days, and I've spent that time introverted. It was my first time out. That's why I'm jabbery. And then. But he fills my home, my world in such a way. But I use this time to be silent. And it wasn't until this morning I started realizing I'm talking to myself. The cats weren't answering, so then I was just in the closet just having a real conversation about giving myself what for about a few things that I did not accomplish these 4 days. But in between all that stillness, that level of silence, because no TV, occasionally I would pull out my phone and play the Chums game. Most of the time, diving into the spiritual practice. Nurturing, what that is, it's nurturing and trying to discover, what is this inner knowing they talk about? What is that lies within me? And you know that every experience that you have, every experience that your ancestors have had, is buried, lives in your DNA. Therefore, it's living one way or another in your consciousness. Now, that could be really good news or bad news. But I like to see what we can harvest from that. So if we live our life constantly denying any of the challenging moments, just burying them deeper into our soil, and then think that by neglecting the lesson from whatever that difficult experience might have been, that we're going to be home free. How's that working for you? Go to Lynn. Right, Lynn? She's a therapist. Good to see you here, Lynn. If you don't know, you might not have recognized Lynn is here today, Lynn Fritz, without her robe. So you get a good look. She does have other clothes. But anyway, I digress. But actually, if you don't pay attention and you think these stories go away, they go somewhere, they don't. They show up and they reenact themselves in another form. Same lesson, but another form. Could be your dreams. It could be a relationship. It is revealing itself in those moments when somebody just gets on your nerves and they trigger you, right? Those moments, it's those moments that are saying, I'm right here. I'm still here. Want to face me? No. I want to numb that. I want to ignore that. I want to run from that. No. Not when you're still and not when you're silent. There's no other voices that can cover it up. And so you face the truth. You wake up to yourself into that stillness. You look within without any blinders on whatsoever. Not easy. I got mopey a few times. But I was asking myself the deep questions that I don't often ask because I want to move on to something more interesting. But as I was asking them, my question was, what is my deepest fear? And can I hang with that? Can I go all the way and meet it? Can I face it? Can I talk to it? Can I dialogue with it? Or am I too afraid? And the fear wasn't coming up, so I kept thinking, I must not have any. Until 3 o'clock this morning. Right? That's when they come. Oh, you've been beckoning me. My fear was suddenly wrapped in Charlie driving home in traffic, being tired. And I just bolted awake. Be safe, Charlie. Pull over when you're tired. I started talking to him in those wee hours. And then I went on with that fear, and I started thinking, what if I lose? What if I lose him? Others have lost their spouses. And I realized, there's a very deep fear. And it tried to spill into my children. And I thought, no, I can't even go there. I can't even go there. But fear itself. Walk into your consciousness, because right behind that fear, you see, what everything I was thinking of was love. Behind it all, it was all the people I adore and love with my whole heart were showing up. Always included in these moments of inquiry, what's showing up with you is this vast love that's leading the way, the great mystery. Now we call it God, we call it the Spirit. But it's always, always influencing us every step of the way. And it's supporting this vast love is always supporting us. So we want to enrich this soil of our consciousness through various spiritual practices and contemplations available to us. Now, Johan, the class that is starting on Tuesday, it's a Zoom class, so there's no excuse. You could still be in your pajamas late in the afternoon and turn on your Zoom camera, fade out the background if you needed to clean the house, and dive into spiritual principles and practices. It's so easy. So get her email before you leave today and register for that. and dive into that exploration, because what it's going to share with you, you might think, I know about mindfulness, I know about meditation, I know about contemplation. Yeah, we always know a little bit. But when we dive in wholeheartedly, that's when the nuances and the awakening truly happens. So I know I just did a little commercial sneak in there. But it's important to try to find what ways can I tap into that level of silence that I speak of. Because like any form of gardening, it's going to take a lot of patience, and it's going to take some effort for any shift to be sustainable in your experience. Consider what lies decaying inside of your consciousness and begin to say, today I'm going to dig deep and turn the soil over. Use what is in you. Compost it. Compost the garbage inside of you. And let the lessons be revealed once again to you, so that you realize that you shine from that experience, that something valuable and sustaining was awakening you. These possibilities are endless, so you want to imagine yourself not slipping into any of the weak shadow tendencies, but you're rising above to be the master gardener. So, all sounds good when we're just sitting at the center talking with our best clothes on. But when we step back and really look at our life, I was recently introduced, and this is how it comes, synchronicity. This is what's going to happen to you this week. When you make this commitment to say, okay, I'm open to the mystery, show me a sign, show me the way, show me the truth. Let me dive into it and contemplate it to see if it's my truth. Well, I was introduced to a book by Daniel Rudd, R-U-D-D, maybe it's Rudd, called The Gene Keys, and I shared it with a couple of friends. And it was oddly came to me through Cher Matthews' sister, Denise Mamino, who lives in Florida, just randomly emailed me, which went to junk mail, which I almost erased, and then I saw Denise Mamino, Cher's sister. So I backtrack it, send it to my in folder, and open it up. She's talking about this book. I ordered it right away. Big, thick sucker. It's going to take me a lifetime to finish it. But I'm fascinated. That's why I bring up the idea of the DNA. That's what he's talking about in his life's work. So my first pivot here for my own journey was exploring my stuck places, looking at where I need to change the way I'm approaching it. So one of his first introductory instructions, he says to trust and know you are completely safe. What a lovely introduction to any new idea. And at a deep cell and soul level, we already know that we're safe. But then as you dive into consciousness, wherever it's going to take you, there'll be these moments. 3 tiers: meditation, contemplation, and concentration. You can't multitask doing this deep work. You simply start. Now here's these words he used. Simply start by allowing. Allowing. Doable? You don't have to make yourself do anything. Allow it. Allow it in. I don't know. That was like a veil lifted, the word allow. And then he says, see what is without squirming, labeling, or shaming, and then breathe into acceptance. Another beautiful, gentle word for our heart space. I'm going to allow, and now I'm going to accept. And knowing then, if you're really being honest with yourself, really honest, only then embrace it. So this is your week. Find the synchronistic moment in your life. Allow it. accept it, embrace it, meditate on it, contemplate it, concentrate on it. These are the ingredients for the nutrients of the soil of our consciousness if we want to grow. It's like Miracle Grow for the garden. In Daniel's work, he's telling us, take it slow. He also, which I think this is really cool, he adds the I Ching. Now, another synchronistic moment, I'm way off what I'm talking about, but at the used book sale, I picked up piles of I Ching books. I thought, who needs more than one? But I took them all. I bought them all. They're in there. If you wish you had one of them, I can resell it to you for a good deal. But then when I get this book, it exactly relates 64 codes to look on the gene itself. There's 64 But all of this is inviting you. I went on too long on that. But this wisdom is letting you know that within all of us, within our DNA, is this resilience to thrive and to strive to get clear as we move forward. So I ask these questions to you. Have you been questioning yourself lately as to what is real? Wondering, where do I stand in the midst of all that's going on in the world around me? Who am I in it? Am I angry? Are you angry? Are you confused? Am I confused? Sounds like it up here. I'm going all over the place. But are you numb? Or are you numb? Are you finding alternative ways to be with what is? Are you rising above it all? Are your spiritual practices truly helping you rise above? Or is the temptation to just shut down and feel like the only resolution for peace of mind is to avoid any interaction with reality? That's not going to work. Feels safe, but it's not going to work because we're here as community, as beloved community. And are you wanting to retreat into a cave of the unknown? Are we all just judging one another's characters here? Judging everybody's intention, everybody's actions? Who are we in all this? Let us dig deeper and find the answers to those questions, because I wonder, I want my way to be the right way. How are you with me? On your own way? We'll all get along if everybody's getting their way. Oh. But I'm certain of this, that none of what is going on around me has stalled out my passion to seek truth. How about you? Truth. Truth at the heart level, at the heart, the space that we cultivate our being. I'm continually seeking and contemplating and getting quiet and asking these various questions. And I'm pivoting my view where I can. And I'm trying to really work on my reactiveness so I can find comfort in the discomfort as it's presented to us. So many wise master teachers have held our what is my truth, my values, my morals? And am I standing in that truth no matter what pulls at me? presence, allowing the divine to take us forward. So turning to Spirit, wherever that is for you and for me, to find our understandings. So I know for me, I'm ushered into a sweet surrender. The heart. But if I'm divided, stalled out ways. In the with you that we're all being called to break through habitual perceptions and make an effort to be with what is in a more personal, more intimate, more loving way. When we challenge ourselves, holy insights will come out and through us. She called it the holy hush, Mirabai. That place where we find ourselves grasping to know something to clear our way forward. In her words, that place whereof one cannot speak, thereof one must be silent. To talk to God rather than about God. Oh, all these years of study. And it's only in those moments where I'm truly broken that I turn to God and say, "What's up?" And then I have to listen. This invitation to be the silent witness of God is a true experience. And when we pause in the awe and the wonder of that, this is where the synchronicity of moments come to us. It can happen to you on a nature walk. It can happen if you want to walk on the labyrinth. It can happen in the 3 o'clock in the morning. It's happening all the time. So, yeah, here we are talking again, asking you to revisit your preconceptions, your beliefs, and begin to see the world with that childlike innocence, that childlike wonder. See how comfortable you can get with embracing paradox instead of trying to battle it so one side of the story will win. It doesn't work. So as we break through this invitation, letting it be an invitation now, an opportunity to connect with the beauty at the heart of the wound. This is what Mirabai says. The gift inside the deficit. Surrender and finally letting go. It's okay to give something over and not try to figure it out. She says the very idea of surrender loosens the knot and we can breathe again. This great mystery is our refuge. Aren't you amazed then what you discover? Stillness, silence, solitude helps open the eyes of the heart. It's beautiful work, and it's right there at your fingertips as we take advantage of our eyes that can see and our hearts that can feel. So from the class, there's writing prompts. Mary does this in her class as well, her writing group. But this particular prompt, and this was from Shannon, she's in the class, I am amazed. That's all you have, I am amazed. And then you begin to scribe. This is hers. Now, listen to the paradoxes in this, the truth, the stillness of heart, the beauty of heart. I am amazed by the shape of the curve in a branch and how trees bud and flower before they leave, by snow-capped mountains and deep swirling clouds, and the way my heart thunders in joy and panic, amazed by the creativity of human beings, the way we use color, paper, metal, brick, how something can be created from an idea or a thought, or the simple wondering, what would happen if? Amazed by the lines and scratches on a page that amounts to words that have meaning we can share, by the way my heart can be both open and closed, expansive and tight, at how emotions well up and wick away if I let them, at how it is to feel safe in the world even in the midst of chaos, how both things can be true, pain and ecstasy, suffering, grace, fear, profound trust. I'm amazed by the nuances of being alive, that I still am after all this time and all those moments. I wish I weren't. Amazed how something larger than me holds this whole world together, and all I have to do is show up to it as it is. Amazed, too, of how hard that is sometimes, how my stubborn mind resists reality, how that can soften in a moment. I'm amazed by how much I can love my neighbor's cat, and that it can draw me out onto the patio, in curlers no less, just for the chance to give him pets. Amazed by how often and how fast I can change my mind or my perspective. How some things sneak up on me, how I see other things coming a mile away. Honestly, I'm in awe nearly every moment of this experience called being human. I am amazed. Try it. Try it when you wake up in the morning before you're deluded or confused by the world. What amazes you? So we take our beliefs, we all know we have our free will. And it's okay to challenge yourself. Now's a good time to do it. We can face things when we're willing to face ourselves. That's key here. Beliefs can make us the most stubborn people of humanity if we never allow ourselves to evolve from those beliefs. Knowing who we are when we know we aren't in peace is our opportunity to remember the nature of peace itself is to permeate all things. It's never outside. There's plenty out there to blame and point our fingers at. But that holds us at the level of the wound. And we hesitate then to find the gift in the deficit. So, what's your challenge this week? You can argue with all of this. You can be hyper-focused on one thing. You all have a choice. But whatever you choose, take on that fearless gaze. Mirabai describes that gaze. It's not that hard gaze of hardened thought, judgment, anger, annoyance. It's a soft gaze, seen through the eyes of the divine, allowing God's eyes to see what you see, and holding a bigger space, a bigger container for everything. This is getting still and refining your way. St. Teresa of Avila reminds us to consider, to always visualize your soul as this vast, spacious, and being plentiful as the sun at the center that's radiating to every part. And it is that God, divine nature, that has given us the dignity of a right perception. So here we go. We're invited to be true to the truth of who you are. Don't have to worry about anybody else. Got enough to work on right here, right? So let's get comfortable with that. Not images of who we think we are or who we're trying to be, but really getting quiet and asking the divine, do you see me? Who am I? I don't want to be an imitation society. What I appreciate about here, as I look out at you, is that you're real people. You're real people. We're all finding our way. We're all asking these questions. And we know that we don't have to be imitation people. We did that in junior high. Remember that? Oh, God. We thought we were so unique, but we all had the same clothes, the same eyeliner. You know, it was just weird. But now we're free. You know, there's a sweet, I'll close with this as Judy comes up, this vibration of illumination that comes in these writings that we share together. But it was so simple. She wrote in her dialogue, she just wrote, I love you, God. And she got quiet. And she heard within herself, I love you too. That's the sweetest love note to your true self. So we're joining now as Judy plays. Thank you, Judy, because her music is divinely inspired. And we sync up here. We come to harmony here. You, me, Judy, the music, the space. And we breathe. We close our eyes. And we take a big breath. And we realize where in what I was sharing caused you to flinch, pull back, shut down. And what caused you to almost weep as your true self expanded. This is evoking the spiritual heart. Now we have the human heart. We have that human heart that is so small, and it sustains our life. It's our constant companion through life. But the spiritual heart is so much bigger. And this is the heart that we turn to now as I share a few words of Adashante. We want this awareness of cultivating the soil of our consciousness to descend from the head through the body into the heart area of our chest. And we're not focusing on the emotional heart, the wounded heart, the sad heart, the tender heart. This emotional heart of ours lies within the spiritual heart. And when we grasp that understanding, We can allow whatever emotions are occurring in this emotional heart, may they be there as they are. Because you're going deeper into a more subtle space within you, a larger space. Your attention's being drawn to the level of the spiritual heart where the silent presence dwells. Here's where you rest your heart in this vast space of love. It's subtle, it's quiet, it's true. You orient yourself knowing that you're there because it is holding your emotional heart, your beating heart. It won't necessarily be a blissful feeling of awakening, but it's a calming sense of light, truth, understanding, a benevolence like no other. You're entering that now as we breathe as one. It is who we are. Here lies the silent presence. No boundaries, just a field of loving awareness. The heart of awareness is being activated. Feel this awareness as you rest in the heart space. It is your true nature. You feel the presence awakening in you. And there's where you ask the questions. And you can start with the simple words. I love you, Spirit. And you too will hear. I love you too. Thank you, God, for a deeper understanding of where each of us are going, diving in, choosing to go deeper, not run away. We are in this now, and we embrace one another, respect one another, allow one another, and embrace it all, and trust. It's all love unfolding. I release this prayer knowing that we have been anointed and touched by our own heart and the field of heart that surrounds us all now. I give deep gratitude for the ears that hear and the hearts that open, and especially the hearts that remain open. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you, Judy. Perfect. And now our delightful music. Thank you. Thank you.
Before we play the next song, I want to set the record straight. Sue asked a question when Nadine and I were here last week and got the beans, and I promptly forgot about mine. I set it someplace I didn't know where. Anyways, Nadine mentioned, hey, I didn't water my bean. And I thought, oh, I didn't. And it turned out she had been watering mine all along.
That's a slight overstatement for accuracy if you care. I forgot to till the end of the week, and then I thought my bean was his bean. I watered his bean.
So,
Mine was over on this other windowsill, totally forgotten.
so the truth is, our bean is
There you
getting
go,
taken
it's
care of,
trying to
and
grow.
there's a bean that's just waiting for us to.
Oh my
Deal
goodness,
with
we're
it.
full of beans.
All right. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. We don't know what's coming. We can help shape what's ahead. With kindness as our currency, the Commonwealth is in our hands. So give a little, or give a lot, don't stop. Of a helping hand makes the world go round. There's more than enough. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love, the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness, kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Look up now, people, keep your ear to the ground. We are the river flowing, generosity abounds. So give a little, or give a lot, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go round. There's more than enough. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Honey bees serve sweetness, homemade to help the world bloom. Bringing life to the flower, from the flower to the fruit, we can learn a thing or two. So give a little, or give a lot, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go round. There's more than enough. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love, the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness, kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. We don't know what's coming. We can help shape what's ahead. With kindness as our currency, the Commonwealth is in our hands. So give a little, or give a lot, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go round. There's more than enough. Ooh, ooh, lo, lo, lo. Oh, 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 oh. Power of love. Oh, lo, lo, lo. Ooh, la, 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 la. Power of love.
I'd like to invite the ushers forward. Today we're going to do a little something different. So I'd like you to repeat after me. I am grateful for the abundance in my life and welcome more prosperity with my open arms. Thank you. I give thanks for all the blessed donations received in the offering this morning and during the week. I know each dollar supports this spiritual family in many ways as we grow together, pray together, and give thanks for all that this center has been blessed with today and always. And so it is.
So I'm just going to give a shout out to the tables out there. If you missed them, you can't miss them, but you can sign up. How's that? That's getting ready, gearing up for our, what's it going to be? A rummage sale. Oh, yay! We need our energy to build and lots of help, so there's many ways. And I want to thank Pris for setting up the tables, and we'll start rallying the attention for that. The first Saturday of May, though, also is, what's it going to be, Dawn? The Holistic Healing and Arts Fair. We're having it here. So that's two big events coming up in May that we'll keep pumping up. Tell your friends, because it's a cool thing that we're doing. And that's back to you. Will be a closing song from them, and then we'll all stand and share together in the peace song and let your hearts sing it out. The world needs to hear us. Thank you for being here today.
And you're welcome to join us on this one of this Pete Seeger's pieces.
Oh,
Yeah.
that Peter, Paul, and Mary did.
Yes. So let's do it.
If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening, all over this land. I'd hammer on danger, I'd hammer on warning, I'd hammer on love between the brothers and the sisters. Whoa, over this land.
going to show up there, and if we sing a different word, then you please forgive us because we've learned it in different directions and ways. But just sing it out and feel